Welcome to Steel Forged in Fire, Sword and Knife. On this channel, we support our U.S. veterans. Veterans, there's a place for you here. There's a number in the description of all my videos if you are in despair. What's up, guys? How you doing? I wanted to get this JDTANTO video out. Donnie put his video out. He did a great job. If you haven't checked out Donnie's video, and if you're not subscribed to Donnie B All Day, what the hell are you waiting for, guys? Donnie is an amazing knife reviewer. He's a demonstrator. He is a knife designer. He's an all-around good dude. Check out Donnie B All Day. He collaborated with me on this knife. Besides that, he did do a great demonstration on this knife. I am going to show clips of this knife, if I'm not showing it already. Show clips of his demonstration in this knife. He did a bang-up, great job on demonstrating this knife to see exactly what it can do.
Look at that. Golly.
Ooh. Man. It takes my breath away.
But I just wanted to talk to you about this knife. It's long overdue. I've had it for a little while, and I do love the knife. I'll go through some details on it, show you some close-ups as I do, and get into all of that. But before I get into that, guys, listen. I want to talk to you about two guys. We just got shredded to 1,000. Not we did. He did it himself. You know, the shredder rocks, Ezekiel rocks, the whole family, the whole thing. They're awesome. And you know what? I'm so glad to see Shredder get to 1,000 subs. There's two more guys in our community that need to get to 1,000 subs. They need to join the 1,000 sub count club. Okay? Is that it? Clubs. 1,000 sub count club. So the two guys are Eric Hussein. Eric Hussein, number one, he's a fantastic cutter. Okay, he's got about 3,000 videos out there, guys. He cuts every day as a bodily function. Okay, some people take a crap every day. If you're lucky, he cuts every day. It's a bodily function for him. He's a great cutter. He's seasoned. He's practiced. He's knowledgeable. Okay, Eric Hussein rocks. Okay, he's a great cutter. Very entertaining to watch. Love his videos. He is very close to 1,000 subs. He's about 800 and change. I don't know. I haven't checked today, but he's about very high in the 800s. He needs to get to 1,000 subs. We need to basically push Eric Hussein to get to 1,000 subs. Eric, this is for you, buddy. You need to be there. I know you love and enjoy doing what you do, but you need to be at 1,000 subs. So you know what? Suck it up, guy. You're going to get pushed. So other than that, next guy is Carl Ruger. Okay, Carl Ruger just basically rocks. He's the man, okay? Carl, I love you, buddy. He's a great YouTuber, okay? He's a great cutter of Japanese swords, which I admire. And he's just an all-around great dude, great community dude. He's always there for everybody. We need to be there for him. He's also up there in the 800 mark. He needs to get to 1,000 subs. So two guys, Eric Hussein and Carl Ruger. We need to get them to 1,000 subs. Those are my two guys that I am going to be pushing on my channel with videos, with shout outs, with a couple different things, and maybe some giveaways. If you are not subbed to them, links will be in the description as they are always, okay, on this video for you to go out and sub to them. It's a community thing. That's how I run my channel. If you don't like it, go somewhere else, but it's all about community here, guys. Let's gather together, guys. Let's unite. Okay, Blade Community Unite, and let's get them to 1,000 subs. Guys, you know about the JDTANTO. I did an unboxing. This was a knife that I designed, just a brain thing going on that I wanted to come up with a modernized Tanto. A Tanto that has some Japanese elements to it, but also has the strength and the unibody solidity of an American Bowie, okay? So that's what we came up with this JDTANTO. I brought this to Donnie B All Day. I gave him my design. He showed you if you saw his video. This was my design. Everything made up. He basically, with his talent and his know-how, he basically took my Tanto design and he made it a very well-balanced knife. He fine-tuned a couple of different things to make it well-balanced and made it just something that is what you see here today. So this JDTANTO, and if you guys haven't figured out yet, JD means Joe and Donnie, okay? Joe, J, D, Donnie. I brought this design to KHI Nepal because I know they have a know-how for just basically taking designs and bringing them to life, and I know their craftsmanship is very high, and I knew I was going to get a solid, well-made knife that was very capable to slice and very capable to chop wood. Whatever you want to do with it, self-defense, whatever you want to do with this knife, it can do. And it's just, I mean, what they came up with and just the back and forth that I went with them and designing it, the handle, the wrap, they did a great job. This prototype is something that I got in. I went in with KHI. I told them what I want changed for the final production model, and I think that's exactly what they're going to do in terms of the sharpness level and this, that, and the other thing, yada, yada, yada. But they're going to be basically bringing this to production market very soon if it's not in there already. I gave them a write-up. I took professional pictures of it, so this should be on their website very soon. So I think at the conclusion of this video, you can probably contact KHI Nepal and you can let them know you want the JDTANTO. All right, guys, let's start with the sheath. The sheath, it's a beautifully well-fitted wood core leather wrap sheath with a metal shape. Okay, I really love what they did with this the sheath on this. It's got a belt loop and everything. You can wear it on your belt. You can actually, what I actually made it for is actually, you can probably stick this into your obi, okay? So you can kind of draw it from your obi, but you can wear it on your belt with the belt loop if you want to. Now, I have an infatuation with red and black. Red and black is my jam, baby. I love red and black knives, okay? So I definitely wanted some red on this knife somewhere. I wanted to actually wrap the sheath with some leather, and they actually made up this really nice Japanese style diamond wrap, beautiful leather. I love the smell of it. I love the feel of it. It's a beautifully wrapped, okay, saya to give it that Japanese style feel. You can see it's tied up on the end here. I love the look of this wrapped leather on the sheath. It just gives it that overall really badass look. It's totally different from anything you've ever seen out there, okay, to have this leather wrapped sheath. And, you know, along with the craftsmanship and the fit and finish that they did on the sheath, it fits so well in here. I love the metal shape, which I requested, and it just looks really good. I love the sheath. So let's get to the knife, okay? So you have again, the belt loop here, the button holder here, and it kind of just really just slides out very nicely, okay? It goes in and out very nicely, and it's just, it has the perfect, okay, feel, the perfect fit rather of the knife into the sheath, okay? It's very little effort to take out, and it holds in place very well. You could also see that it says JDTANTO there, okay, with the plate metal there. This is a badass effing knife, okay? It really is. Look at the sori, the amount of the sori here, okay? How it basically matches up to the handle from the point and the pommel. I love the way they did this. They really took our design and did a really nice job in making this up into the vision that I had of this JDTANTO. It looks similar but different from a lot of their buoys, okay? But they really took my design and they did a really nice job with it. I'm very happy with how it came out. So let's talk about the steel, guys. Look at that spine, guys. Look at that spine. It's got a beautifully thick ass spine. I don't have the measurements on it, but it's probably about 0.2 inches or something like that. I could be wrong, but it's definitely a really very robust, very powerful spine. And it actually has a distal taper up until the point, but the point is also very reinforced, and I don't see any problem with having any issues with the point or using it as a stabbing type of weapon. But the particular steel, it's really on the nose, guys. It's a 13-inch blade. I requested a 13-inch blade, and it's really on the nose, exactly a 13-inch blade, and I'm very happy about that. It's a very capable 5160 steel, which is what I specifically requested. They do very well with the 5160 steel. It's a beautifully polished, mirror polish finish. It's got an amazing fuller that adds to the whole balance of the knife. The fuller terminates on each side very close, if not exact. They did a great job with that. It comes to a really nice fine edge, really nice point, and the production models are going to have a slicing point. Now, you can also understand that you can request how sharp you want your knives with KHI, but they know exactly the type of edge that I want on this knife, and they actually reinforced the issue with me that they said that before they send the knives out as they get ordered, at least the first couple of batches, they will get me video demonstrations to show me exactly how sharp the knives are. So if you watch my channel, you'll know that I did some workshop work on it, okay, to get it to the edge that I wanted it, and it is actually a really nice slicing edge now, as you can see in the videos. You can see the paper slicing and all that, but from the production model, it will be a slicing edge. Off the production line, as they get ordered, we'll have a slicing edge. So I'm very happy about that. Beautiful point, guys. It's a stabbing weapon. It's a slicing weapon. And if you saw Donnie's video, you can see it chops wood. It's a very capable, very strong steel. It's a great knife. Self-defense. And just something that you can have a lot of fun with as a memento, as something that you can basically be proud to own. So I really do love the work that they did on this blade. You notice it has a beautiful guard, okay? I love the design of the guard, the way Donnie kind of finished it up for me. It has, it definitely protects your fingers, okay? As far as using the knife, you can be very self-assured that basically you can put this in your hand and you can handle it, and it will definitely it will be very comfortable in hand, and it will be safe in your hand in using it as a stabbing weapon or as a slicing weapon. Okay, your fingers will not hit the blade. I love the design of this guard. It's a solid steel guard, a solid steel pommel. Okay, and actually they added this lanyard rope here by my request, and they also made it red, so I know that out of the sheath, you still have some red on the knife. I needed to have some red on the knife. It had to be red and black. I love the look and aesthetic of it, the final aesthetic. I mean, aesthetic-wise, I just love the look of this knife. Capable, it's very capable. It'll do many different things for you, and it will also be a very good self-defense knife, okay? I don't talk about self-defense knives as much because that's not what we do here, but if you want it as a self-defense knife, it definitely will do the job. It's a stabber, a slicer, and it'll definitely protect your life. The major thing about this knife, guys, is the balance. This knife is, I can't emphasize enough how balanced, okay, this thing is in the hand. No matter if you choke it up, no matter where you hold this knife, it's incredibly balanced. But the major hold right here in the middle, it's an incredibly balanced knife, okay? I can't emphasize enough how well this thing feels, okay, in the hand. It really is. No matter what type of hold you have, stabbing weapon, back hold, okay, front hold, it is an incredibly balanced knife, okay? That is the main emphasis on this JDTANTO, that it is so well balanced. The handle, and as you can see in the pictures, this is a beautifully crafted rosewood handle. It's obviously a complete, solid, full tang all the way around. And if you look at the leather handle, you can see some of the full tang showing through. I wanted to have this handle wrapped up similar to like a Japanese tanto type of thing with a wrapped handle. So they wrapped it up with this leather coil, and it is extremely tight. You can't move it. It is a beautifully wrapped leather handle. Beautiful smelling leather. It's very top grain leather is what you get from KHHI Nepal, and it just adds to the comfort in the hand. I think that adding the leather over the rosewood and the shape of the handle, everything combined into one unit, it makes it even more comfortable in hand. Not only is it balanced, but it's definitely very, very comfortable in the hand. I love the work they did on the leather wrapping of the handle. It's just a great knife, guys. It really is, and it's different. It's different from Bowies. It's different from a tanto, a Japanese tanto you have seen in the past. It's just something different and something kind of like right in between, guys. That's a JDTANTO, guys. There is a strong presence of this knife, but the weight of this knife, it's actually, I weighed it at 1.58 pounds, okay? It's a little over 1.5 pounds, probably 1.6, let's just round it out. It's just, the weight is distributed throughout the knife, especially because they put this really solid steel pommel here. Your weight is expertly distributed throughout the entire knife. You don't feel the weight. It's not a heavy knife as it is, but at about 2 pounds, you do not feel the weight because it's so evenly distributed. I'm going to be cutting tatami mats with it, poo noodles with it, chopping wood with it, whatever I need to do with it. But I am definitely going to be having a lot of fun with this beauty. Now, I wasn't going to be putting any cutting into this video. To be honest with you, I had some really bad weather in New York, but we had a spring-like weather today, and I inserted this back into this video, edited it in. So just hit the old outdoors today and did some good demonstrations on this knife, which I'm very happy to include. So here I did some bottle cutting. You know, most of the bottles are falling because I didn't have a stable stand, but you can see it's definitely a great slicer. It's got a great slicing edge. Took the head right off of that one. Was very happy with the edge I put on. Went for a double here, didn't quite get it. Got the same one again. But then I did a little up in the air type of slice, and it did it pretty well. But it is just a really good slicing edge, and that's pretty much what you could expect from KHI. These are hard bottles from Gator. These hard, if you know Gatorade bottles, they're really hard bottles. But this was the best cut of the day in terms of the bottles. Cut it right in half. Hope it kind of stayed on the stand. I had to really stabilize my stands. Sorry about that, but definitely a really great slice. Very little effort. Made the knife do the work. Kind of just dropped it. Went right in. Hard bamboo, guys. Completely hard, dried bamboo. I'm still making this samurai bird katana land bamboo last, but it really did a nice job really getting through this completely solid bamboo. And you'll see there was no edge damage, nothing that worried me about the edge. Completely it looked like it was completely untouched, not even any scratches. Testament to the heat tempering work that they put into their blades at KHI. And here I'm just kind of having fun, just kind of finishing off the bamboo, but also just testing out the balance of the knife, which was incredibly good in the hand, as I said before. And you can see the point is in good shape, the edge is in good shape, no rolls, no chips, nothing dulling. Did some more testing on some more bamboo right after that, and same result, really cut it right in half. And if you guys know dry bamboo, it is very hard to cut, very hard to keep it stabilized as well. So that's another challenge, but very good job. And at all times, it stayed balanced in my hand, and it felt natural, kind of like an extension of your hand. See all the bottle cuts there. See this really clean cut of the bamboo. That was one of the first cuts I made, completely clean cut, and you can see how completely dry that bamboo is. Here are some hard downward throws to test out the tip. These are all demonstrations, guys, to test out the tip. These are, you know, a la Donnie B All day, hard downward thrusts on the knife to test the point of the knife. And it is a very fine point. Got pretty deep into the wood. You can see I did some more downward throws here, and I actually did a really hard downward thrust into the stump just to really test out the tip, to show you how powerful and reinforced the tip is from the spine. Really dug right into that. You know, I'm not trying to damage the knife here, guys. I'm not trying to abuse it. I'm just trying to show you and demonstrate to you the heat tempering, the strength of the steel, and how well this knife is going to handle itself. And incredibly well balanced, and I love it. So again, this is just testing out the edge retention. Now, is this a wood chopper? Yeah, it can be a wood chopper. It is. I did put a very fine edge on it. I think I went with like a 19 or an 18 and a half degree bevel on this, and it's still a great slicer, and it's still a slicer in terms of bottles, a fine slicer, but it can also still chop wood because it's just such a hard stock spine that the knife really did all the work. I really wasn't thrusting this into the wood that hard. The knife really did a lot of the work for me. It kind of just really sunk its teeth right into that wood and did some quick work in terms of just, you know, going right into it. Wood processing, it did a great job. Very little effort on my part. The knife really did a lot of the work. Here I'm just doing some more slicing here. Again, these are not hard. I'm just really dropping the knife onto the wood, guys. It's, you know, it's a hard petrified wood from Home Depot, as I've pretty much been using on all of my videos, just to show you the difference between other buoys that I've used and other knives. Batoning, I didn't think I would have a problem with batoning. I didn't even have to really go a quarter into it and just kind of split it right in half, son. Really, really good job on the batoning. And again, no damage, nothing that concerned me, nothing that I was worrying about with this knife. I'm pretty confident that it could be a slicer and it could be a really hard core wood processor as well. This is a test of some water hose just to show you the edge retention that's still staying, you know, after cutting the hard bamboo, after cutting into the hard plastic. After, you know, doing everything that I did with this, even off video, a couple of things I did in home, it really did a great job in kind of going through and keeping that edge retention there after really, you know, doing some work onto the edge and doing some cutting. Here I'm just kind of, again, dropping the knife in, slicing this wood with very little effort. The edge is holding up really well. And you can notice now at some point, I move my thumb over the guard to give myself some balance because it is a 13-inch blade, and you can see how it completely balanced out the knife a little bit more by just kind of placing your thumb right over the guard. It's very easy to do, and you'll have a lot more control of the knife if you want to do any fine cutting. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend this for fine cutting, but again, I am just showing you the capabilities of what the knife can do for you if need be. So it can be something that you want to go camping with, maybe. Can it? Yes, it can. Can it slice? Can it do all the things? 100%. Just for fun here, guys, I did some dry bottle cuts, you know, no water in it, and it actually sliced really well. Very impressed with this slicing capability. So again, guys, this is the JDTANTO, okay? This is the sheath, okay? Very different. A really beautiful knife, guys. Let's call it a hybrid, guys. It's definitely a hybrid knife, okay? Something totally different that different from anything that KHHI Nepal sells, and I think completely different from a lot of things on the market right now. So I really love it. So this means a lot to me, guys, because this is the first knife that I, you know, had a hand in kind of designing, you know, writing something up and bringing it to life. I am looking to design maybe some wakizashis. So there's definitely some more things I have in mind floating around in his brain here. So guys, don't forget my shout outs. Donnie B All day. Scab from Choirboyz, Cutlery, Outdoors, as always, okay, omnipresent, shout out on all my videos, Donnie and Scab, and also Carl Ruger and Eric Hussein to get them to 1,000, okay? So guys, I thank you for sitting through this video. That's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for all your support. Joe from Steel Forge and Fire. Hope you're having a great day or night. See you when I see you. Next sword or knife. Don't forget the shout outs, and don't forget the JDTANTO. Fantastic knife, guys. See you when I see you, guys. Later. Ciao.